Greetings, welcome, and thank you for clicking. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Welcome to this April 2021 card reading with 3 choices for you to choose from for your own card reading for April 2021. I have selected the 3 piles of cards. I have not looked at those cards. And what I would like to do is to have us take a few deep breaths, clear the space. I'm going to do a little flute playing, a little drumming. During that time, I would really invite you to consider whether you choose 1, 2, or 3 for your card reading. So first I'm going to ask that we please take a few deep clearing breaths. Thank you. And I'm going to play a little flute and I'm going to do a little drumming. And during that time, I invite you to center yourself, to close your eyes, to seek within your heart, and to ask yourself whether your choice for this month is 1, 2, or 3. What is your number? If you chose number 1, here are your cards for the month, number 1. First, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the Celtic Dragon Tarot. This is a card about new beginnings. We'll see what the other cards have to say. Your angel card for this month is Oceana. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So, Oceana is calling you to action. Your archangel card for this month is Angel Therapy from Archangel Raphael, who says, "Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens." Your mantra, your rune for this month is Harvest. This is the rune of harvest. And your mantra for the month of April, number 1, is I am enchanted. We are enchanted and enchanting when we appreciate all of life's miracles, big and small, and share our sense of awe and wonder with those we care about. I breathe in the magic that surrounds me. I am filled with delight. I breathe out complacency. So, number 1, what I am gathering from these cards is that right now is a very fruitful time for you, a very verdant time. You know, we see that there are baby dragons hatching here. They are yawning, they're stretching, they're ready to go. We have some sun going on, a rising sun. And what I am picking up from this card is that you are embarking on a new adventure or a new venture. And what I'm getting is that this venture is being started in strong roots. So we've got the roots here of these beautiful ancient trees that are really supporting this journey and supporting this new venture, this new beginning for you. Now, this may be a big beginning, this may be a small beginning, but you are on the brink right now of something brand new. Maybe it is about to hatch in your life, or maybe it is hatching right now, but there is something very new afoot in your life. Know that this new venture is rooted strongly. So there are strong roots supporting this new venture that you are undertaking. Oceana is calling upon you to take action. So you are being called to take some action right now, to move forward, to know that you are supported and that you are being encouraged to move forward. So this is really good for your new venture that is happening, this new beginning. You are being encouraged to trust yourself, trust your gut, believe in yourself at this time. The angels are calling upon you. Archangel Raphael in particular is saying, hey, we're here for you. You have our support. So please allow us to take your burdens. Allow us to support you at this time. And I think allow them to support you in this new venture. So whatever this is, remember, it could be big, it could be small. You may be aware of it. It may be something that you've been contemplating, or it may be right around the corner for April. But you are being encouraged to know that you are being lovingly, gently pushed forward to take this action. The feelings that you have been feeling, those gut instincts, are correct, and you are being encouraged to act upon them. Now, the Harvest card, the way that I see this working is that you have planted already. So this is something that you have been working towards in some way, shape, or form, whether you realize it or not. You have already planted the seeds of this. And now those seeds, just like these baby dragons, are hatching. And so those seeds are breaking open and starting to sprout. So it is going to be harvest time for those seeds that you have planted. Now, your mantra, I am enchanted. I think that you are being called at this time to recognize the wonder in this. So while you are stretching and growing, hatching, and this new experience is unfolding before you, and you are being lovingly called to trust your gut on this matter, I believe you're also being called to recognize the wonder in this and the enchantment in this. And I'm going to encourage you at this time to just kind of marvel at the amazement, the amazingness, marvel in amazement with amazingness at the amazingness of the hatching and the sprouting and how miraculous this really is. So for this experience in your life right now that is hatching, that is sprouting, you're being encouraged to recognize just how amazing that is. So, wonderful messages for you from the angels. Number 1. Blessings to you, number 1, for a blessed April of new beginnings, sprouting, enchantment, and the harvesting of the seeds that you have planted. Now, number 2, if you have chosen number 2, here are your cards, number 2. Let's see what's in store for you. So, the tarot card is, I don't even know, what is this? It is the 3 of Cups. Wonderful, 3 of Cups. Your angel card for the month of April is Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So Celeste is saying you have something new on the horizon as well. So something new is in the works for you. Now, when I went to pull the Archangel card, 2 very firmly popped out. So 2 of these really wanted to be read. We have Archangel Uriel saying, you know what to do. So trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So trust yourself. And gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And your rune for this time, so appropriately, is growth. The rune of growth. And your mantra at this time is reflection. I am a mirror. We are all mirrors for each other, seeing our likes and dislikes reflected back to us. I breathe in tolerance for the weaknesses I see in others and in myself. I am filled with the realization that life is fragile. I breathe out all of my expectations. Okay, so number 2. What I'm seeing for you is it's definitely clear in the cards. You have something new happening for you, and that you very much have an idea of what that is. With this Three of Cups, what I'm picking up from the Three of Cups right now is that you feel that you have some choices to make right now. We've got 3 cups for you to choose from. Which cup will it be? Now, the good news is that all of these cups are full. All of these cups have great possibilities for you. So what I'm picking up from this is that you've got some real treasures in each of these cups. So you may very well be staring at these cups and saying, which one do I choose? I'm not sure which one of these is the right cup for me. And you may be feeling uncertain about the choices in front of you. But what I'm getting is that any one of these choices is going to be a good choice for you, because any one of these choices is full of riches. Each one of them has its own treasures. So recognize that. Now, what I'm also picking up here from Archangel Uriel is that you actually do know which of these is the right choice for you. And you may be afraid. You know, sometimes when we have a whole array of choices, 3 choices laid out in front of us, it can be very difficult for us to know which choice is quote unquote the right choice. And oftentimes, when we're faced with a choice, what we're really afraid of in our choice is making the wrong choice. And when we say making the wrong choice, we mean making a choice and then thinking, oh no, I should have chosen this other thing. That we're afraid of the closed door. You know, that idea of when one door closes, another one opens. Well, we have all of these open doors in front of us, and we're afraid to choose a particular door because we're afraid about turning ourselves away from those other doors. So what I'm getting here is that number 2, you're worried about making a choice because you are worried about choosing the wrong thing. And you're worried about choosing to the exclusion of your other choices. Now, what I'm getting from these cards is that you do have an indication deep down inside of which choice is the right choice for you. So Archangel Uriel is saying, hey, trust your inner knowledge, act upon it. You know what to do. So you know which of these cups is the right choice for you. Don't delay. But, well, and Sandalphon is saying have gentleness with yourself. So we're getting the message here to be gentle, to surround yourself with gentleness at this time. Quiet music, soothing thoughts and experiences. What I think is happening here is that if you allow yourself the space, if you give yourself some gentleness and understanding, you do know what to do deep down inside, and this choice will become clearer for you. It's all about creating the gentle space for yourself in order to make the realization that you already know which choice is the one that you want to go with. And then once you go with that choice, trust it and know that it is the right choice. So much when we make a decision, so many times, and that fear of the wrong door, it's because we're afraid that we've made the wrong choice. It's all about the fear of missing out, right? The real trick to diminishing FOMO, the fear of missing out, is to focus on what you have chosen. And rather than to think about what you have not chosen, think instead of what you have chosen and put the focus on what you have chosen. It was Alexander Graham Bell who said about the door being closed. You know, when one door closes, another one opens. But Bell went on to say, but we look so longingly at the door that has closed that we fail to see the door that has opened. And so what I'm picking up for you, number 2, for the month of April, is that once you walk through that door, you recognize that it was the right door, that you focus on the door, and that you don't think about the doors that you didn't choose. Don't look longingly at those doors that you didn't choose. Walk straight through with confidence the door that you did choose. Celeste is saying that this is a happy choice, a happy move to a new home or place of employment. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So Celeste is saying, listen, this is not easy. This is not an easy choice, but it's going to be positive. So remember that the choice that you make is going to be a positive choice. It's going to result in some growth. The month of April is a month of growth for you. And I see growth through this new experience. But not only, number 2, do I see growth through the new experience, I also see growth for you through the choice itself. So through creating that gentle space that you can drop into and help to find clarity, to be able to listen to that inside voice that already knows what the right choice is, that already knows which of these cups is the right cup, which door is the right door. Hey, listen, number 2, you've already chosen a door already. You chose door number 2 for this reading. And so I'm positive that you will be able to choose the right door for you for your April 2021. And finally, your mantra is, I am a mirror. So, the world is reflected in us. We are mirrors for each other. We are mirrors for the world. And we see in the world what we choose to see. I'm going to encourage you, number 2, to see in the world the positive change and the growth that you want to see. So choosing to see that in the world and choosing to see that within yourself. We see in the world the things that we want to see. And so I'm going to encourage you, number 2, to be looking at the world from this standpoint of the idea of reflection. The world is a mirror. It reflects back to us what we put into it. So, number 2, best wishes for a wonderful April for you. Sounds like lots of growth. Sounds like some really great things for you, some positive changes, but certainly some changes for you and some decisions to be made. So best wishes for you, number 2, for your decisions for April 2021. And number 3, welcome number 3. If you chose number 3, your tarot card from the Celtic Dragon Tarot is the Page of Wands. And I'm going to talk more about that for sure. Your angel card for April is Astara. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. 2 archangel cards very firmly popped out for you. Number 3, we have comfort. Archangel Azrael says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And we also have from Archangel Raphael, a healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthy diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimum health. And number 3, very firmly for you, popped out 2 mantra cards. You have wholeness. I am whole. We are all connected in the unbroken circle of life. I breathe in the feeling of love and wholeness that starts in my heart and radiates out to the world. I am filled with an unbroken connection to all there is. I breathe out my broken heart. And you also received, I am floating. Sometimes it is best to decide not to decide just yet. I breathe in the stillness that quiets my worries and the pressures of time. I am filled with the certainty that I will act correctly when the time is right. I breathe out my attachment to outcomes. And your rune is constraint. You are feeling constrained right now, number 3. I think that this is very clear in the 5 of Wands card. So, what I'm getting from these cards, number 3, is that you right now are feeling a struggle. You've got 2 conflicting things happening. Maybe these are 2 choices, maybe these are 2 people, but there is some conflict happening in your life right now, some strife. And we can see 2 people doing battle here with their swords drawn, dragons flying around. Well, these are actually wands that are drawn, but dragons flying around. So we've got some conflict here. Maybe you feel like you are having a conflict with someone else. Maybe you have an internal conflict right now, but definitely it's the theme of conflict. I think that definitely the idea here is one of you feeling constrained by this conflict. I think number 3, that you feel stuck. So you've got this conflict, you feel stuck in this conflict. Now again, this could be a conflict with another person. This could be an inner conflict. This could be a conflict with a choice. We've got a lot of themes of choice coming up for the month of April. Wow. It sounds like a month with a lot going on for all 3 of us. So I'm picking up that you're feeling constrained by this struggle right now, by this challenge, this conflict. You're feeling constrained by it. Well, you are being informed that you do, in fact, deserve the best. So whatever this challenge or this struggle is, what I'm picking up is that part of this challenge and struggle for you right now is feelings of self-worth. So you are wondering right now whether or not you are worthy, or you are feeling some doubt about your worthiness, and that this struggle that you are experiencing, this constraint that you feel, part of the constraint is your own self-doubt, and part of the constraint is feelings of your own worthiness. And so you are being called upon at this time to know that, yes, number 3, you are worthy. Yes, number 3, you do deserve the best. So part of the struggle in your struggle is your struggle with your own self-worth, struggle with what you deserve, and you are being told in no uncertain terms right now, number 3, that you are deserving. You do deserve what you desire. With these 2 cards, these are really interesting. We've got comfort and we've got healthy lifestyle. Now, what I'm getting with this healthy lifestyle card is that this is actually part of your deserving. That number 3, I'm picking up right now that some of your challenge with this idea of deserving has to do with treating yourself well. You know, the healthy lifestyle, living a healthy lifestyle really is at its center all about loving ourselves. And so you are being encouraged at this time, number 3, to love yourself, honor yourself. And that very much can and does look like treating yourself in a healthy, loving way. So you're being encouraged, number 3, to treat yourself well in terms of your physical self. That's part of it. So I'm picking up that that's part of it, that loving ourselves manifests itself with a healthy lifestyle in one way. Of course, it manifests itself in many ways, but that's one way. Another way is self-comfort. So you are being encouraged to comfort yourself at this time too. The angels are there to comfort you, and you are being encouraged to, I'm just right now, number 3, getting a picture of this. So you are being encouraged to send love to your heart, to hold yourself close to your heart, to really come and nurture yourself right now and comfort yourself. Number 3, what I'm very clearly getting right now is that you are being encouraged to love yourself through this challenge. So the angels I'm getting are saying, listen, you're feeling constrained right now. You're feeling this struggle. It's okay. Love yourself during this struggle. You are deserving. Don't be hating on yourself through this struggle. And don't be hating on yourself because of this struggle and because of your feelings of constraint. Nurture and love yourself through these challenges because you do deserve to be loved. You do deserve to love yourself. Now, what's interesting, number 3, is the mantra cards in all of this. You know, you've got this floating card. I am floating. Well, holy cow. Isn't that just the opposite of constraint? To be floating rather than constrained, which is completely so aligned with this conflict. You've got this conflict going on here. You know, number 3, the conflict very well may be in part within yourself in terms of this feeling of floating and constraint, this internal conflict, number 3. So recognize that conflict within yourself, the constraint versus the freedom and the floating. And recognize your wholeness. You know, everyone, isn't it so true? We are such paradoxical people as human beings. We are such a paradox. And we can at once be floating and free and constrained. And this is part of our wholeness. Our, I almost said brokenness, but that's not what I want to say. Our paradoxicalness, our constraint and floating all at the same time is really part of our wholeness as human beings. That we are all of these different parts made up into this one whole being. And that we can and do as humans embody both and all at the same time. And it's not an either or. Both are true. So, number 3, you are not either floating or constrained. You are both at the same time. And what I'm getting is that you are both within that challenge that you are feeling right now. So through this conflict, whether again with another person or an internal conflict, recognize, number 3, that this is part of the journey. Recognize that that internal conflict does not mean that something is wrong with you. Recognize that that is part of being a whole, complex human being. And it is all okay to have all of those feelings all at the same time, to have these struggles and these challenges. And that indeed is part of our human experience, our human journey, and even our human wholeness. The paradoxes that seem like broken pieces are part of being the whole human. So, number 3, right now, know that you do deserve the best. Know that these challenges that you are experiencing, these conflicts, are part of your experience as a whole human being, and that the feelings of constraint that you feel are also accompanied by feelings of floating. So know that you have the power to rise above, to float above those feelings of conflict and constraint. Blessings to you, number 3, for your April 2021. Thank you for joining me for this April 2021 card reading. Whether you chose 1, 2, or 3, it has been an honor for me to conduct this April reading for you. Please feel free to comment below whether you chose 1, 2, or 3, and if that reading resonated with you. Any comments that you might have are welcome and appreciated. So thank you, and please tune in for May's reading at the beginning of next month, when I will again have another choose 1, 2, or 3 reading. In the meantime, I do offer my unique 7-card Cosmic Revelation reading. This reading is a reading comprised of all of these decks and offers insight and clarity for your own situation to encourage you on your journey. Again, I am Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with card readings like these, Reiki, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Blessings for your journey.